So let's start with GeneNews. GeneNews is actually a company that was first established by my father, the inventor of the underlying technology. And we've actually come a long ways, had a long journey, first in sort of developing, understanding the technology and protecting it, and then figuring out where to apply it. And we've ultimately just decided to apply it first in colorectal cancer to come up with our first product. So it's been an interesting journey. It's been about 10 years. The company was first established in '98, went public in 2000, and here we are in 2010. For myself, I'm someone that gets excited by things that make a difference. I have a formal background in molecular genetics, law, and business. And I find that working in a biotech, emerging biotech company is actually a good place to combine all those skills and all those disciplines. And I also think it's very neat that we're working on things that will make a positive impact on human health. That's very exciting. Well, you know, we've just finished development of our first product, and it's now available in the marketplace in Canada, about to be launched in the US, China, and Malaysia. We have ongoing programs now in prostate cancer and also in liver cancer and hepatitis B. And those are actually funded programs that are advancing. We also have done a lot of work in areas outside of oncology. So we've also done work in Alzheimer's and cardiovascular disease and some metabolic diseases. So the potential here is huge. But the current focus is really on oncology, and more specifically prostate cancer and liver cancer. ColonSentry is, you know, the tagline. It's the world's first blood test for colorectal cancer. And it's extremely innovative, and it's a risk stratification test. So it's not diagnostic and it's not screening. It's really telling you where you sit in relation to an average benchmark. And if your risk is higher, then you really should be moving forward to colonoscopy on a priority basis. And if your risk is lower, then you should be monitoring that result periodically with annual or biannual retaking of the test. First of all, there's been a lot of concern about genetic testing, and one important point to realize is that ColonSentry is not a genetic test. So we don't fall within the boundaries of the new rules that are emerging around genetic testing per se. Having said that, the FDA is becoming more and more vocal about its wish to regulate basically all newly developed tests that are offered by clinical labs in the so-called laboratory developed test category. So this is where we would potentially be impacted. But it will take some time for the FDA to be more specific about that. And in any case, we've done a very, very extensive clinical validation, so we're not particularly concerned about this. So Asia is really a very, very dynamic and explosive market right now. We just talked about the FDA, and you know, some of the challenges here in North America are uncertainty around the regulatory environment. And so what you're seeing is a lot of interest that is sort of being retracted because of risk tolerance. In Asia, it's a bit different because the regulatory environment is not as stringent, it's still evolving, and they are willing to listen to people and work with people so that you're not skipping any corners in terms of safety, but you're able to work with the authorities a little more collaboratively so that you can get your products to market earlier. So what we're seeing in Asia is a tremendous interest, particularly in Western technologies and Western validated data. That's a real bonus for us, and we're translating that into real opportunities. So we do have grants from the Malaysian government, for example, to apply our technology in a different area, liver cancer. And we see more of those opportunities evolving.